Today we are taking a look at Hatsune Miku from Vocaloid. This is the fancy version in the fashion figure line by Taito. Vocaloid is music creation software that lets producers build songs around virtual singers instead of recorded vocals. Those virtual voices inspired countless tracks, concerts, and collaborations shared online and on stage. Hatsune Miku is one of the earliest of those singers and quickly became the face of the platform. Today's highlights for this figure are a playful posing silhouette, the pastel outfit design, and the characterful accessories. The playful silhouette comes from the way she balances on one foot while the other leg kicks back. Her torso leans slightly forward, and both hands rise to frame her beaming smile in a lively gesture. Long paired side ponytails sweep outward behind her, adding motion that makes the pose feel mid-step and energetic. From almost any angle, that combination of lifted leg, flowing hair, and hand pose feels cheerful and fun. The pastel outfit design builds on soft blues, whites, and pinks, arranged into a layered street fashion look. A large bow at the chest anchors the design and draws the eye to the center of the body. Below it, the scalloped skirt and extra ruffled layers give the lower half a fluffy, playful silhouette. Loose leg warmers and chunky sneakers continue the relaxed style, keeping everything casual rather than elegant or formal. The characterful accessories include the wing-shaped bag, small back wings, curled tail, and the cute bandage on her leg. Colorful lettering on the bag repeats tones used in her hair and outfit, which ties the whole scheme together. Even the base echoes the bandage and ribbon motifs, so the figure and stand feel like one connected design. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The face on this figure aims straight for a bright, approachable kind of cuteness rather than cool intensity. Her eyes are large and rounded, with several soft pastel rings that give them a layered, sparkling look. There are hints of teal, blue, and warmer yellow near the center, plus small printed highlights that catch the light. Because the prints are sharp, the eyes stay clear even when viewed up close in photos or on a shelf. A gentle blush spreads across both cheeks, which boosts the sense of excitement without feeling overdone or clownish. Her smile is open with visible upper teeth, suggesting friendly confidence rather than shyness. The mouth shape is sculpted cleanly, so there is no awkward thickness around the lips or corners. Eyebrows are thin and slightly arched, sitting high enough to keep the whole expression soft and optimistic. Altogether, the expression feels very idle on stage, inviting rather than distant or moody. Her hair is styled into long paired side ponytails that fall behind her rather than straight down. Bangs are layered into overlapping strands that sweep diagonally and frame her face without hiding the eyes. Side pieces near her cheeks help soften the outline of the head and connect the face to the body. The sculpt separates the hair into broad but readable strands, so it avoids looking like a single heavy mass. Color-wise, the base tone is a familiar teal, shifting into mint and then yellow-green toward the tips. Those tips use slightly translucent material, catching light differently from the opaque sections above. This gradient keeps the ponytails feeling light and airy instead of heavy. On top, a cat ear headband adds a playful theme with soft inner padding sculpted into the ears. Small bows at the base of each ponytail finish the hairstyle and connect back to the big chest ribbon. Moving to the upper body, the outfit blends casual fashion with fantasy-themed details. The main top is a sleeveless pale blue piece with a white front panel and small molded buttons. Right at the center sits a big pink bow, which immediately becomes one of the strongest focal points. The bow has gentle folds sculpted into it, keeping it from looking like a flat slab of plastic. Around the shoulders, she wears bulky sleeve sections that feel like a cropped jacket combined with arm warmers. These sleeves are decorated with small yellow squares and pale trim, adding rhythm along the arms without heavy patterns. Each sleeve bends naturally with the arm pose, and the sculpt picks up soft wrinkles near the elbows and cuffs. Her hands are brought up close to the cheeks, both making a pointing gesture toward her smile. Fingers are separate enough that the pose reads clearly, and the scale supports that level of detail. Across the torso runs a strap for her cross-body bag, cutting diagonally and breaking up the large flat areas. The bag itself is shaped like a stylized wing, reinforcing the cute fantasy theme. On its front, the word Miku is printed in 4 bright colors that also appear in her hair and outfit. This repeated palette makes the accessory feel integrated, not like a random extra. Metallic paint is used on the strap hardware and zipper line, which adds small flashes of realism. Around her back, a pair of rounded angel-style wings sits just below the shoulders. They are simple in shape but match the soft, pillowy feeling of the rest of the design. The connection points between wings, strap, and top are reasonably clean for a prize figure. There is a visible seam around the back of the neck where hair and collar meet, though it is mostly hidden in normal viewing. Overall, the upper body gives a strong impression of playful street fashion blended with light fantasy elements. The lower body continues that relaxed, comfortable theme while still keeping a cute silhouette. At the waist, she wears a layered skirt with a scalloped overskirt trimmed in pale blue. Small, plus-shaped symbols circle the hem, echoing the marks found on her leg warmers and tying the design together. Underneath, additional ruffled layers peek out, creating depth when you view her from below or from the back. The sculpt separates these tiers clearly, so shadows fall between them and prevent the area from feeling flat. Her right leg is straight and supports the pose, giving a stable vertical line through the body. On that leg, a small bandage decal sits just below the knee and adds a playful storytelling touch. The other leg is bent back and lifted, keeping the pose from feeling static and adding an airy bounce. Both lower legs are wrapped in loose, gathered leg warmers that match the soft blue of her sleeves. Folds and bunching around the ankles help sell the idea of thick, comfortable fabric. At the very bottom, she wears chunky sneakers with sculpted laces and soles that feel appropriate for the style. The shoes pick up the same pastel blue and white pairing seen elsewhere on the outfit. Beneath everything is a round base in white and bright blue, decorated with bandage, ribbon, and symbol graphics. Those prints repeat motifs from the figure herself, so the stand feels coordinated rather than generic. The pose uses only one foot as the true contact point, but the base size helps balance that dynamic stance well. This figure is approximately 18 centimeters tall. That's about 7.1 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, this fancy version, Hatsune Miku by Taito, delivers a very charming, playful take on the character. The biggest strengths are the lively one-foot pose, the bright expression, and the well-coordinated pastel palette. The layered skirt, big chest bow, and loose leg warmers all support a soft street fashion mood that suits her image. Accessories like the wing-shaped bag, tiny bandage, cat tail, and angel wings add personality without feeling random. Color repetition between the bag logo, hair, and clothing keeps the design coherent from top to bottom. On the technical side, metallic paint on hardware and clean eye printing help the figure look polished at normal viewing distance. There are still small prize figure drawbacks, such as a visible seam around the back of the neck and some simple wing sculpting. A few paint edges on the strap and skirt could be sharper if you inspect it very closely. Collectors who prioritize heavy shading or ultra-crisp detailing might see those limits more clearly. However, for fans who love cute, energetic versions of Miku, this piece has a lot of charm for its size and price. It suits Vocaloid fans, collectors of pastel-themed figures, and anyone who enjoys designs that mix casual fashion with light fantasy motifs. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.